On Wednesday, April 29th, grandson Nathan and I headed to Vegas. Take him to his mother's house. We exercised great care in social distancing, wore our masks, and headed out on an adventure. $17 one way on Spirit. You gotta love this country. We got to Detroit. As you can imagine, not very many cars. My truck in spot number one, nobody in the main parking lot. All the cars that were there were in this overflow area. And then you can see the traffic into the airport, virtually non-existent. As we walked through the airport, as you can imagine, there was hardly anybody in the halls. As we made our way down to the Southwest ticket counter, you could see in the distance the Southwest gate, which is usually pretty jammed. Nobody there. There's TSA. Nobody in TSA. There was no pre-check because there was no people. So we made it through, got into the D terminal. Not very many people walking the aisles. As you can see, not very many people. Nothing open. One store. We got a few snacks. Then that was it. As you can see, at gate D17, where we took off from our flight, not many people. We got on the plane. Been a long time since I flew on a plane that had hardly anybody on it. There were about 15 people on the flight. Spirit flight non-stop to Las Vegas. 4 hours. When we got there, the Vegas terminal was also pretty barren. Landed in A terminal. Hardly anybody there. As you could see, the slot machines are all turned off. As we walked through the area and down the aisles of A terminal, not too many people in the Vegas airport. A sight that was a little spooky. We continued on through the terminal as we headed out to the outside to get our car. Not too many people. That's the ticketing counter at American Airlines. Not a soul. Nobody there. We got outside. This is the passenger pickup area as we headed to the shuttle bus for the rental cars. Usually a bustling place. Not a soul. Not a soul. You can see both the outbound and the inbound sides. This is Southwest passenger drop-off, which is always a jammed mess. Not a soul. That was it. And there's the strip. A quick trip down the strip, as you see. Nobody walking the sidewalks. Everything's closed. Whoever thought you'd see this sight? We headed up from the MGM and headed northbound. As we get by the area just south of Planet Hollywood, you can see the streets there. Only a few people walking along the streets. Just not much going on at all. There's the entryway to the area across from Aria, and then up to Planet Hollywood. The other remarkable point about this video is this is Saturday night at 5 o'clock. Peak time as we go by the Paris. Just nobody on the strip. Again, 5 o'clock on a Saturday night. Here we are coming up to Bally's. Not a thing going on. We come up to the intersection there of Flamingo, the overpass, and now the area going into the Cromwell. You can see there, headed over to the Flamingo. Not too many people on the street. You get by the bushes at the Flamingo and head up towards Margaritaville. Beautiful Saturday night at 5 o'clock. Not a soul on the strip. There's a shot down the link. And now we're heading over to the front of the link, the old Imperial Palace. A couple of walkers. Now we're getting in Harrah's, my favorite place. Carnival Court in the background. Saturday night at 5. Not a soul. Across the front of Harrah's. They are taking this time to do a little construction along the strip. Good idea. Casino Royale. Now we're turned around on the other side of the street. We're headed in front of Treasure Island. See the Margarita Bar, the entrance to Treasure Island. Coming up on the Mirage, in the front of the Mirage. Again, Saturday night, 5 o'clock. Now we're coming across the front of the Mirage, headed towards Caesar's Palace. Pretty eerie sight, not a soul. There's the traffic on the strip. Saturday night at 5, driving right through. There's Caesar's Palace. There you go, the front end of Caesar's Palace there. What a sight. Now we're headed down to the south side of Caesar's Palace. A little construction going on to get some projects taken care of while nobody's there. Continuing on down. There we go, another part of town. Allegiant Stadium, home of the new Las Vegas Raiders. Had to stop by and get an update on how the stadium was going. They've been working on it. Got the sign up, the lights up. Got a view here from the other side. You can see the front of the stadium. Hope to get to see a football game someday. Probably not this year. There's the stadium from a little further away. Looks like a rocket ship. Quite a sight. Right along the expressway behind Mandalay Bay. Quite a sight. And that was our Vegas adventure. Back to the airport, turned in my rental car. As you'll notice, not a soul on the rental car return lines. There's a sight for you. I was the only one returning a rental car. Headed into the rental car center. Not a soul. I was the only one there. Not a soul in the rental car center. As you can see, floors are nice and shined. Nobody there. Got on the shuttle bus. Got my own personal driver. As you can see, no other luggage. Only me on this big shuttle bus. Headed back. Here's security at the Vegas airport. That's it. Not a lot of people. Hope to never see that sight again. Hey, it was fun. Fun trip. We kept our social distancing as there were nobody within 6 feet of us. Plane ticket, by the way, one way on Spirit Airlines was $17. I think we were safer during this trip than we were staying at home. Everything was pretty clean. Nobody to spread germs to or get them from. Over and out.